Hello, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Now, today, I have a lot of things to talk about, but I'm just gonna condense it into a short video because when I look at the Diamond League, this video should have been done a long time ago, but I pray that by the time I put it up, that people will still be interested in the Diamond League. Now, from the beginning of the Diamond League season, it has been centered in Asia. And Diamond League number 3 is also in Asia, in Qatar to be exact. Now, let's get into it. What you can see on your screen right there, the blue ribbon event of the Diamond League in Qatar, right? Shelly and Fraser Price versus the Twin Turbos, right? And by Twin Turbo, I mean Clayton twins, as in Tia Clayton and Tina Clayton. Now, in this race, I expected Tia and Tina to finish ahead of Shelly and Fraser. Just on the fact that Shelly is coming off a season last year where she was like injured, and so I expect her to not be at 100%. And Tia and Tina, they have been on a roll since the beginning of the season. Tia was the one that take the victory, running 10.92, a world lead, right, with the perfect 2.0 win. Her sister Tina takes second in 11.02. Amy Hunt of Great Britain was third in 11.03, and that's a personal best. And then Shelly and Fraser Price coming a close fourth, running 11.05. That is deemed as a season best because earlier she had opened up her season, but she had run a win assisted 10.94. So I was excited. The woman's 100 meter over there. Tia is in spectacular form. Last year she had run 10.8 in the Olympics. So this year people are already predicting that she probably might be able to run 10.7. But if you open your season with 10.92, who can argue with that? The women's 400 meter, and in this race it features Salva Eid Nasser, the lady that I expect to run 47 in the 400 meters this year. Right, she won the event as expected, running 49.83 seconds. That equaled the meeting record. Right, she was like over a second ahead of second place Natalia Wika of Poland, and almost 2 seconds ahead of Lieke Klaver of the Netherlands. Right, she wasn't really challenging this race, and so that's the reason why you can see 49.83, which by world standard is very fast, but by Salva Eid Nasser standard, not very impressive. The women's 1500 meters was won by Nelly Chipchirchir, 4 minutes 5 seconds ahead of Susan Ejor of Kenya, 4 minutes 6 seconds 27 ahead of Gemma Riki of Great Britain. She ran 4 minutes 7.33. So the Kenyans take the 2 top spots, right, and Great Britain take the 3rd spot. Right, this is really the first time I've seen the women 1500 in the Diamond League for this year, so I didn't know like what to expect, right, but that's not really bad for the first time out. But we expect as the season go on that these women will be running way under 4 minutes. First time this Diamond League season that I'm seeing it, right? And Faith Cherotich of Kenya take the victory, 9 minutes 5.08 ahead of Winfred Yave from Bahrain, 9 minutes 05.26, and Semba Amawu of Ethiopia was third, in 9 minutes, 9 seconds, and 27 tenths of a second. It was Mali Kaderi of Great Britain that take the victory ahead of Roberta Bruni of Italy and Katie Moon of USA. Right, Molly jumped 4.75 meters, while Bruni 4.63 meters, and Moon also 4.63 meters. Now, continuing down, triple jump women. First time on the Diamond League circuit this year. Right, what was crazy about this triple jump woman is that the wind was all over the place. You can see people jumping with 3.2 meters per second wind, 3.9 meters per second wind. Right, taking the victory in the women triple jump, Shanika Ricketts of Jamaica, 14 meters and 72 centimeters. Tia Lafong of Dominica, she was second in 14 meters, 39. In third was Guillermo Eloise, right, of France. She jumped 14.20 meters. Right, so the top two athlete there, their quality. Right, I'm figuring more or less this is their season opener, so we expect them to jump close to the 15 meter mark, right, as the season progresses, or over the 15 meter mark as the season progresses, because those two ladies, Ricketts and Lafong, right, they are carrying the weight of glory for the Caribbean in the World Championship in Tokyo in September. Over on the men's side, we start with the 800 meter, where we see the Botswanan athlete Shepiso Masalele, right, winning that 800 meters in 1 minute 43.11 seconds ahead of Bryce Apple. So we expected these two to be out front, Bryce Apple and Masalele, right? Probably I would expect Bryce Apple to win, right? But this is his season opener, to be opening up with 143.2, right? It says well for a lot of these athletes we see right here. Right, the men 800 meters over the past year or two have been special. They are peppering that low 141s. Last year in the Olympic Games, at least 5 persons run sub 142. And so some persons are saying, some experts are saying that possibly the record of David Rudisha might be in threat from these high quality athletes. I do share that sentiment. They does have the group, they do have the quality to challenge each other down to something faster than 140.91. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see how it goes for the remainder of the season. 5,000 meter for men. It was Renal Chariot of Kenya, 13 minutes 16.40. Dominic Labalu of Switzerland was second, 13 minutes 17.70. And Ba'anu Balu of Bahrain, right, was third, 13 minutes 17.70 second. So the 5,000 for men here was like that high quality. Probably they run it more tactical than actually trying to go for a fast time. 110 meter hurdles. Rashid Broadbell of Jamaica. Last week in Shanghai, he opened his season running 13.24. He followed up this weekend running 13.14, second season best. So he's going in the right direction. I expect him to challenge that 13.0 second barrier this year. The 110 meter hurdle for man right now as we speak is in a special place. multiple athletes I see with the potential of running sub 13 this year. Some fans are worried about Grant Holloway because it seems as if he's carrying around some injury problems, and so he might not be in the mix for the 110-meter hurdles world championship this year. But the event this year, very special. The caliber of athletes that we see coming to the fore. The 400 hurdles for men, right? The winning time wasn't particularly impressive. It was won by Alessandro Sibalio of Italy. He ran 49.32 ahead of Ismail Nesir of Turkey, 49.40, and Matic Tan Gusek of Slovakia, 49.49. These times right here, right, will need to be drastically improved if any of these men, right, hope of making themselves relevant in the World Championship or in Diamond League races to come. Now, discus throw for man, the victory go to Matthew Denny of Australia. He threw 68.97 meters to finish ahead of Daniel Stahl of Sweden. And in third place was Christian Shea of Slovenia, showing 66.40 meters. Right, it was a quality field that Denny take this victory over, and so he can feel a lot of confidence going into the rest of the season because a lot of quality men was trailing in his dust here. The high jump from man was won by Shelby McQueen of the USA, 2 meters 26 centimeters, that's season's best. Second was Renaichi Akamasu of Japan, 2 meters 23 centimeters. In third place was Amish Kerr of New Zealand, 2 meters 23 centimeters. Now, the men's high jump is that kind of event that you don't see clear favorites or you don't see the dizzy heights coming, right? There's always a large group of guys that can potentially win these events here in the Diamond League or in the World Championship because the kind of quality that is there, no one pretty much stands out ahead of the field, right? They're all peppering around the same 2 meters and 30, right? And if you can get to 2 meters and 30, then you might serve a chance of being in the final and pretty much contending for a place in the final come Tokyo. Now, the javelin throw men, right, was purely historic. Julian Weber of Germany launched the javelin to 91.06 centimeters. Anytime you see a javelin throw over 90 meters, very special, right? In second, the Indian Superman, Niraj Chopra, continue his impressive throwing abilities. He threw 90.23 centimeters for a new Indian national record, right? And the first Asian man, right, pretty much to throw over 90 meters in the javelin. I expect a lot of 90 meters throw this year, to be fair, because a lot of the guys who are here throwing last year or the year before, they were like mid 85s, some over 85. So I expect good quality throwing coming from these guys going through the rest of the season. And this was a good field assembled. Now, those are all the results of the Diamond League and what happened over there in Doha, Qatar. It was a good meet, a lot of good performances, a lot of lessons learned, right? You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share the video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section of what you think about this track meet, right? How fast you think Shelly and Fraser will run this year in the 100 meters. right? How many men you think might throw over the magical 90 meters in the men's javelin? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Now, that is where we're gonna close off today. So from this time until next time, I'm out.